It is very important to communicate necessary information to everybody within a company in a short time and accurately. For this reason, in the industrial world, utilization of visualization technology is active along with the academic system called logical thinking. From this reason, this time, I would like to explain about logical thinking. Please look at this figure. If you convey this kind of information in memo or phone, you should have a lot of hardships. When you will choose information means, maybe, you will select a best way. This is one of the logical thinking usages. In the industry there are many examples using bullet methods and documents for information transmission. However, sometimes, if you will be conveying complicated information to these methods, there is a problem that they are not correctly transmitted to the other party. This problem was experimented in the U.S. military. I compiled the contents in this figure. This is an example showing the effectiveness of communicating information along with images by using the human right brain. There is NM method. This was made by Dr. Masakazu Nakayama. At this method, we write the information in the brain on each card as shown in the figure and make it into a diagram. As a result, we can find a lot of effective ideas with like this image figure. For this reason, NM law is being used by many companies in Japan. In manufacturing site industries, there are many methods which are listing a company's top-down policy and bottom-up requests in a big one paper. This figure shows one method of them and is the procedure to advance SN method introduced by Mr. Nakamura on Dekoi. Detailed explanation and examples of SN method are being introduced to on Dekoi Series 3. Secom Company is now a huge security services company in Japan now. In the past, Japan was a very safe country in the world. For this reason, cases where ordinary people asked specialized companies for safety measures were rare. In this era, Mr. Ida, founder of Second President, was in great troubles when explaining the necessity and role of this company to stakeholders. For this measure, he graphed and presented the mission of the company to them. He told us that, when he started safety measures as a company, employees were correctly understanding corporate policy and activities and employment was changed to be smooth, as a result of using a charting method by his book. It was. At that time, it seems that this was confidential information of President Mr. Ida. I have seen examples of how to use many logical thinking usages. However, this technique is not a technique that you can always produce results if you will use graphics or graphs. For this reason, I would like to organize the requirements to pay success using this technique. This figure shows main points of that requirement. Many examples of these types of use are introduced on Dekoi. If you are going to solve the problem, please use them. It will be helps to do your jobs, I think. If you have information that you want to tell it in your company, it would be better for everybody, easy to understand and serve as the same information for people listening. This situation is the same as cooking. Mr. Nakamura is defining this comparison as logical thinking is a logical cooking measure in the information field. For that reason, I made a figure of the image like this. I am expecting to exploit some effective logical cooking in your information cooking jobs to everybody.